The ETBU Extra on the ETBU Sports Net. We're live from CC's Pizza in Marshall, Texas. Each Wednesday from noon to 1, we talk Tiger athletics. And if you're in the Marshall-Harrison County area, we encourage you to join us each Wednesday from noon to 1. Very special price on the buffet if you come and join us during the noon hour. Buffet, including the drink, $5. That's a savings off their regular buffet price. And, of course, the CC's Pizza is wonderful. Sometimes I like to go first to the end of the line where the dessert pizzas are, and I love the one that they cook up that's kind of got the apple in it, and that is just great tasting dessert pizza. But the regular pizzas are just as good as well. And if you want them to make something special for you, you can do that as well. We're at CC's Pizza each Wednesday from noon to 1 for the ETBU Extra Show. We're now joined by Jared Hood, who was an assistant coach for the Tiger baseball team last year. The head coach left and went to Union University, and you were named the head baseball coach. And Coach Hood, when you went through that process and they named you the head coach, how were you? I mean, what was? I know it was a happy moment, but I mean,
Yeah.
being from Marshall, Texas, and being named the head baseball coach at ETBU in your hometown, what was you going through your mind after all that settled in?
Well, when you start out coaching, you always have dreams and expectations, for your career. And now if you would ask me about 10 years ago and told me that I was going to be the head coach at ETBU, I wouldn't have believed you. But life leads you in certain directions and puts you where you're supposed to be. But to be named the head baseball coach, I mean, it's been a dream come true of mine, and we'll see what happens.
Refresh my memory, when you graduated from Marshall High School, what year was that?
2005.
2005. Was Jackie Lloyd your baseball coach?
No, he had left the year before.
So Todd Hammock was your baseball
Todd
coach.
Hammock was. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Todd Hammock is now coaching out at Harleton, where Jackie Lloyd is coaching. And then, of course, Jackie's youngest son, Brooks Lloyd, is part of the Tiger baseball team this year, a good friend of my son, Andrew. And so playing sports in Marshall, Texas, and playing for the Mavericks and coming over to ETBU, what did you know about ETBU before you became the coach?
Well, to be honest with you, not a whole lot. I was very. I tell my recruits all the time I was very ignorant when I was younger, and one thing that I regret is that I never really looked into ETBU, and never really saw what the school was about, and honestly didn't really even know until I was hired here as an assistant coach about how well the school represents what they stand for, and the overall culture of the school.
Let's talk about your team this year. First year head coach. I know you're week away from starting practices. What are you looking forward to that first week?
A mindset. We've really tried to instill a competitive mindset into these young kids, because 80% of our team is freshmen and sophomores. So I really think that if we can build this thing from the ground up and instill a mindset in these kids, a lot of the things that we try to teach and go on about that way will really take care of themselves.
Last night when I left the ETB campus, it was getting kind of dark, and the lights are on at Woods Field, but understand there's some players out there who are allowed to play on their own or practice on their own. Is that correct?
It is. And, for us, if guys, if they express their interest in to go out and to go out on the field, and they've got classes during the day and everything, we're able to turn the lights on for them, and those guys, from what I understand, people tell me they're getting after it pretty good. So.
They were getting out, Coach. I'll attest to that because I saw that, and I was like, but my main concern was it sure is cold out there.
Well, it's going to be cold February baseball too. So come the 5th, 6th, and 7th, when we hook it up with Chapman, those are going to be cold ball games, and our Saturday game is at 10 o'clock in the morning. So they got to get ready for it right now.
As the first-year head coach of Tiger baseball, tell me what you tell your players, that what you stand for and what makes a Tiger baseball player.
Well, for us, it's coming back to Marshall and taking this program over. When I was in high school here, I never really remembered seeing ETBU baseball out in the community doing a whole lot. I mean, outside of the campus. So really, what I've tried to do is to get our guys out into the community. For instance, this year we logged over 250 hours of community service just in the fall. So any opportunity that we can go out and help people in the community is a plus for us. Also, our grades in the classroom and we strive on that. I mean, I think we finished with a 2.96 last year, and for 40 guys on the team, finished near a 3.0. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yes,
so,
it is.
But that's all a true testament to those guys' character and and the type of kids that we really try to bring in.
So right now, as you prepare for the first week of practice, what you and your coaching staff doing?
Enjoying our families, that's one thing. I've been spending a lot of time with my daughter, my wife, Madison, and of course, fortunate enough being up here on the radio show, I got out of a little bit of field work this afternoon. So, but I've got good assistants handling that operation, and we're putting the finishing touches out on the field and doing some dirt work and stuff. But the main thing, with us fixing to go to work and everything is, to really take this time and spend it with our families and the ones that mean a lot to us.
I have no idea how you're going to answer this next question. When I was growing up, people who worked on baseball fields, there'd always be the story about how they would prepare the field for the team you're playing. So if a team was coming in like to bunt the ball, they would go in and work the dirt to make it kind of angle out past, make it go foul if the bunts went down, or if they had a team that ran a lot, they'd take the dirt and make it kind of mushy underneath. Does that kind of stuff still go on in the baseball world as prepare a field to play?
Well, I can't give away all of our secrets, what I mean? But it really depends on the time, the kind of team and your team identity. So if we've got a team, as we have a couple years in the past, that plays a lot of small ball, we've been known to set the blades on the reel mower a little bit higher, in certain areas, or
because there's no standard, right?
There's not. So I don't know how it's going to be this year. We'll
it's
see
just
what happens.
part of the game.
Part of the game. There you go.
Interesting part of the game as well. It gives you something to talk about in the stands when you see things happen. You go, well, that ball's sure to go foul. That was sure to go quickly.
Yeah.
I wonder if they doctored the baselines. We'll talk about your coaching staff and who you have helping you this year for Tiger baseball.
We've got our assistant coach, Kyle Palmer, who works primarily with our pitchers, and helping him out is Tyler Seibert, who's in his first year with us. And then on the offensive side of the ball, we've got Torrey Peterson, who's helping out with our hitters and our infielders. And, we got Phil Wyndham coming back and helping us out. He's doing an internship with us. And he's getting a little bit of a taste of the other side of things. And, and I think it's been pretty eye-opening so far for him. So it's a good young staff. We work hard. And, I couldn't really ask for anything else.
Open up the season the 1st of February. You have Chapman coming in. You got a lot of home games at the first of the year. I guess you're looking forward to starting the season at home as compared to being on the road.
Especially for your first year, and you've got a team like Chapman coming in. Chapman, they're always going to finish in the top 20, top 25 of the nation. They're a very well-coached team, very historic program. So it'll be a test, that first series, but and we'll really get to see where we're at as a team. I know we'll come out and give a good effort. So. Talking
to Jared Hood, the head baseball coach of the ETBU Tigers, give me some player names that we can look forward to watching play. Some of the players that, watch. I don't want you to tell us the whole squad, but, some of the names that maybe we're familiar with.
Of course, we're really trying to teach the total team concept around us. But, if I was going to have to pick anybody else out, I would have to say Tyler Bates. Who's been an all-region player for us past couple of years as a freshman and sophomore. And then Kirby Moore is another guy that I believe got all-conference last year. So really keep an eye on those guys.
What's interesting about the NCAA Division III level, you can play a sport in one area and also play another. Tyler Bates is one of those players who plays on the Tiger football team and the Tiger baseball team. That's one thing NCAA Division III athletes can do if they're athletic like that.
If they're athletic enough to do it, then if anybody in the world can do it, it's Tyler Bates. He's I'm sure he's been on the show before, but and there's all of his football accolades. I mean, the kid's got unbelievable athletic ability, and and you can't get that without working hard. So he's got the best of both worlds, and some other guys are coming out from football and going to see what all they can do, and they've got a couple weeks to show us. But if they're as athletic as Tyler is, we'll take them too.
Take 10 of them.
That's right.
Well, Jared, thank you for coming by today to talk Tiger baseball. Of course, this won't be the first time that you're on the show.
No.
This is your first appearance, though, but we'll see you later in the season, and congratulations on being named the head baseball coach at ETBU, and being brought here from Marshall, Texas.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, Jared Hood has been our guest on ETBU Extra, and that's going to wrap up our show today. Hey, don't forget the Tiger basketball at home Thursday night, tomorrow night, hosting Sullivan State. We'll have the games right here on the ETBU Sportsnet, beginning at 5:30 for the ladies' game, and the men's game tip-off at 7:30, as well as a Saturday game against Howard Payne at 1 and 3. For those who made the show possible today, Josh McSwain and Adam Ledyard from the E2 SID department. Thank you for the coaches that came by to talk with us, as well as April Leonard, a player from Lady Tiger. Thank y'all for coming by today as well. Let's go wrap it up today from CC's in Marshall. We hope you'll join us next Wednesday at high noon as we broadcast again from CC's in Marshall for the ETB Extra show. So long and good afternoon.